everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we are doing a request from you. Now, you all know that I love my air fryer, and I ask for requests that you want to see me adventure with. And one of the requests that seemed to be repeated over the last couple months is do a cake in the air fryer. Now, this seems like a relatively simple request, but a lot of you have had that request. So I thought, why not? Let's do a cake. I've never done a cake before, so we're just going to wing it and we're gonna try this out. Now, I did look up a couple of recipes on the internet and they all seem pretty standard. We are going to bake a cake mix and we're just gonna do a box cake in our air fryer at 320 for 20 minutes. So seems pretty simple, right? Well, if you're seeing this video, either number one, it worked out splendidly, or number two, something went very, very wrong. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first things first, the hardest part of this whole process is finding a pan that fits in your air fryer. Now, if you have a Pampered Chef air fryer, you are in luck. A lot of pans fit inside this air fryer. You just have to make sure that they're oven safe and then you are good to go. If you have a basket air fryer, you will have to kind of fiddle around with your pans and find out one that fits. The things that I read online are do not put in a pan that fills the whole basket. So when you put in your pan, make sure there is room for the air to flow, because an air fryer works on air. So if you inhibit the airflow in your air fryer, you will explode your air fryer. It won't actually go kaboom and explode. You will explode the motor. So make sure the pan that you use has enough airflow around. So when I was trying to figure out which pan to use, I will show you what I did. So I took my air fryer here and I used my rack at the lowest setting and I just started putting pans in. So here is Pampered Chef's cake pans. These are the layered cake pans. And as you can see, the layered cake pans fit in very, very well. The layered cake pan set comes in a set of 4 and they would fit in very well, but those are tiny. You would need 4 of these to equal the same size cake. So you would be baking cake for a very, very long time. I didn't really want to do that. Next, we have the springform pan, also from Pampered Chef. It also fits in there really well. Again, this would probably be 3/4 of the cake mix, maybe only half. I didn't really want to try that either. Fits in really well. This would probably fit great in your basket. So if you have a basket air fryer, this one is a good option. Then I went on to my regular springform pans. I got this set of 3 at the superstore. I don't know where I got them from. I think I got them as a gift from one of my kids. But there are 3 sizes of these. And obviously the biggest one is definitely not going to fit in there. So we'll just make sure that one's not part of it. The next one up though, oh, that one fits pretty nicely and there is good airflow around and it shuts. That one could be an option. So we'll think about that one, and that one looks like it could actually be the correct size cake. And then we have this one. Now this one fits really nicely. It fits on the basket itself, and it actually, I feel like this one is probably the win. So this is the 8-inch springform pan, and I wanna say that this one is absolutely perfect for my air fryer. Now, that being said, I wouldn't hesitate to do the 9-inch one at any day of the week. However, for this test, I am gonna do the 8-inch one because airflow reasons. Putting this in there, I just don't think I like how much airflow is going on, but it does fit. So if you wanted to do the 9-inch one in there to have a shorter cake, but more cake in there, I mean, I think I will try the whole cake in here. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. All right, now that we've picked our pan, let's go ahead and spray our pan. So I'm gonna use the kitchen spritzer from Pampered Chef. One of you gals, and I don't remember who it was, I'm sorry, I should write down more notes. But one of you gave me a great tip and I wanna thank you for it. So this spritzer. Some people love it and some people don't. And one of the reasons that some people don't is because they tend to leave it pressurized when it's sitting in their cupboard, and then it kind of bulges out. And the person that said that they were having a problem with it, they said it bulged at the bottom and now it's a weeble. You know, the weebles wobble, but they don't fall down. I can see why now that would be a problem, because mine was bulging and it did kind of wobble around. So now when I'm done with it, I kind of unscrew it and it releases the pressure, and I feel like I feel empowered knowing that. And now I feel like this is going to last forever. So there's a tip from you, from one of our community readers. So thank you to whoever you were. I will find your name and I will thank you hopefully in the comments, or in like down there. Maybe I'll say thank you in your name. I just can't think of your name right now. But thank you so very much for giving that tip. This thing will last forever now. Okay, so once we have it oiled, let's move on to our cake mix. Now, everything that I read said just a Joe average cake mix. So we're just gonna use a Duncan Hines Yellow Classic Cake Mix. And for those of you who are gluten-free, I am going to make a gluten-free cake mix as well, but we're gonna focus on the regular cake mix first, because most of my viewers are just regular Joe average glutinous people, and that's fine. Because we wanna see if the regular one works first. And I'll probably, once I make this, I'll probably put it in my freezer for another occasion, because there are plenty of events where I need to bring a non-gluten-free item. All right, so let's add in our oil and our water. Whew. Doing that by hand is a workout, man. Do your arm workout by doing a cake. All right, here we go. Into the pan we're going to go. And I am gonna pour the whole thing in, because all the directions I saw did not say half and half. It just said, put the cake into your cake pan and bake it. So we're gonna bake it. All right, and because I have done cakes in the past, I know you tap it a couple times on the counter to get any bubbles out of your batter so that it'll bake more evenly. And now let's set the air fryer. If you have a Pampered Chef air fryer, we are gonna set it on custom. Custom, 20 minutes. 320. Let's get our cake in, and let's make sure it's right in the center, and go. If you're using another air fryer, you just have to set it on 320 and set it for 20 minutes. At the end of 20 minutes, we are going to test it with a cake tester or a toothpick. See if it's done. If it's not, we're gonna add 5 minutes, test again, 5 minutes, test again, until our cake is done. All right, I'll see you back here when it's done. Okay, we are back, and I am happy to report we have a baked cake. Now, it did not take 20 minutes. It did not even take 30 minutes. It did not even take 40 minutes. It actually took 45 to 50 minutes to get it to this state. That could be because it is a whole cake mix, not half of a cake mix. So if you use half, obviously you're gonna use less time. But at 50 minutes, I wondered why not just put it into the oven. Because when I thought, ooh, I can make it in 20 minutes, I'd be like, that's where I would want to utilize the air fryer for baking a cake. But now that it took 50 minutes, I'm like, yay, okay. However, if I took this, you know, maybe camping and I had a plug-in and I could bake a cake, very valid. So let's see what we have here. It's still a little warm, but I thought I would just release it while it's still a little warm. So I have my cake tester and releaser here, and that's how I kind of tested it out to make sure that it was ready. And using the springform pan is excellent because then you can see the sides so very well and see that it is beautifully cooked. Oops, it stuck a little bit. Oh well. So look at that. Look at that. A well-baked cake. A couple things that I noticed here. It did not bake evenly. So even though I tapped down a couple times, you can see this side is just a little bit higher than this side over here. Overall, I'm happy with the bake itself. The only thing that I would do differently, maybe when doing a whole cake inside of here, is maybe turn the cake pan once or twice during the bake itself. I did not touch it the whole time. It just stayed in the air fryer exactly as it is. So let's cut into this and see what we have all the way through so that we know that it is completely baked. And I'm actually going to cut it right down the center because I'm going to fill this cake with a raspberry filling and then put it in my freezer for later when I need to bring a cake to an event. Probably shouldn't have cut it warm, but that's okay. I just want to see that it's baked on the inside. Look at that. We have a perfectly baked cake. And it smells really good. So yeah, for those of you who wanted to know if baking a cake in the air fryer works, it does indeed work. Now, gluten-free cake, does it work in the air fryer? Well, because of the magic of editing, I'm gonna show you that right now. Ready? There we have it. Here's the gluten-free one. All right, so let's check this out. And look at that. So again, we have a little bit of a rise on one side. I did the exact same thing. I left it in for 45 minutes, did not touch it. And as you can see, there is one side that is a little bit higher. So that was even across the board between gluten-free and regular. So definitely rotate your pan a couple times during your cooking. As far as the bake goes, the cake is nice and light. Honestly, if you are in a pinch and you can't use your oven, the air fryer will work just perfectly. So let's cut through the gluten-free one. This one is still awfully warm. Again, you should probably not cut a warm gluten-free cake or any warm cake. You should let it cool completely so the crumb can really do a good job of setting up. But for the sake of, well, me not being patient, we're gonna do it anyway. All right. Well, oh, I just broke it. See what you did there, Heather. That's okay. Whoa. But look at that, nice and cooked, beautifully gluten-free cake, cooked all the way through. Yeah, so I would say that the air fryer is a valid option for baking a cake. I can't decide why I would want to do it in the air fryer quite yet. I'm thinking that maybe if my oven was busy making a turkey on Thanksgiving, maybe it would be nice to know that I could do it in the air fryer, but you asked for it, so I wanted to try it out and make sure that it indeed was a good way to make a cake. And it is. The cake is moist, it looks delicious, it's gonna taste delicious. I'm actually going to go ahead and make this cake up for me for now. The other one is going to go into the freezer for later. Yeah, so what do you think? You have another idea? Do you want to see something else in the air fryer that you're curious about? Curious if it actually works? Because I honestly didn't know if a cake would actually bake inside of the air fryer. So I'm super glad that you guys have asked to do that, because now I know. Now when someone asks me, hey, can you bake a cake in your air fryer? I can honestly say, yes, you can, and I have, and it was delicious. Well, at least it looks delicious. It's going to be delicious. I'm just not gonna eat it yet because it's not time for dinner yet, and I'll have it with dessert. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. I do videos several times a week, And as you know, if you watch this video, I'm always looking for the next adventure and I'm up for trying almost anything. So if you have an idea, leave it in the comments below and I will give it a try. At least I'll try to give it a try. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.